Welcome to Factoid Factor 5, where we count down the top 5 facts about things you didn't know about before. Today, we'll be counting down the top 5 facts you didn't know about bread. Number 5. Bread cannot legally consent to sexual intercourse. During the now infamous court case of Harold v. Whole-Wheat, Harold, while under oath, testified that, quote, "You are what you eat, and I eat a lot of trans fats. That makes me trans, and I identify as one of the several essential food groups." The courts ultimately decided that despite they recognized Harold's unique sexual preferences, bread could not display any sign that it had the same feelings for Harold. The bread was quoted on the stand saying, "If I were to identify as a donut, perhaps things would be different. However, I just don't feel the same way Harold does about me." Number 4. Bread cannot love nor hate. Bread are universally pacifistic by nature. Much like Switzerland, they prefer to stay out of the way of any argument, often not taking any side in order to remain neutral. Because of this, bread did not take any part in World War II, making it one of the only entities to remain completely neutral during one of the greatest worldwide conflicts ever recorded. Number 3. Bread will grow voracious tumors after being thrown through a teleporter. After a horrifying accident with an engineer who specialized in the solving of practical problems, it was discovered that most types of bread, if not all, developed a variety of tumorous growths after being teleported. To this day, only bread is known to have this side effect when dealing with teleportation. Scientists are still baffled as to why. However, research has been conducted at the CERN laboratories for the last several years in order to try and understand the phenomena. A notable theoretical physicist at CERN was quoted as saying that, "This is possibly one of the greatest conundrums of our time. The discovery of the Higgs boson was a cakewalk compared to this." Number 2. Banana bread is known to be considerably more territorial than whole wheat. Because banana bread originates from an area primarily dominated by hairless orangutans, banana bread have developed natural self-defense mechanisms in order to ensure its own survival, as well as the survival of their offspring. Due to their instinctual fight or flight mechanics, banana bread tends to be much more aggressive than your typical whole wheat. And now, it's time for the number 1 fact about bread. Developing mold is a sign of a weak immune system in bread. Bread typically derive from naturally cold environments. Introducing the bread into unfamiliar climate with high heat and humidity will cause physical stress on the bread, which ultimately contributes to the compromise of its immune system. At a certain point, bread is known to contract a fungal infection known as mold. There is currently no treatment for the fungal infection, and it is recommended that if your bread develops this infection, to bring it to your local veterinarian to have it put down. And now, because I love my fans so much, I'm going to include one extra bonus fact about bread. Not all bread identifies as Christian. Although a very large percentage of the bread populace identify as being the body of Christ, there are still large numbers of bread that prefer to disassociate themselves from the topic entirely. So there you have it, the top 5 unknown facts about bread. If you liked this countdown video, subscribe for more Factoid Factor 5. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon so that YouTube lets you know when there's a new set of facts.